What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. TLC has come and gone, and while the pay-per-view wasn't the best of the year, and most matches went off without a hitch, no show goes without its miscues, especially one with so many match stipulations. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at TLC 2019's mistakes. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. But let's waste no further time and get straight into the first one, as the Revival versus the New Day ladder match. The Revival and the New Day put on an exciting ladder match, but as we saw this year, ladder matches aren't easy to pull off without any glitches. The first saw Big E trying to place a ladder horizontally into an upright ladder. It's apparently not as easy as it seems because the New Day strongman couldn't set things up properly the first time and had to fidget with the ladder until he finally figured it out. Moments later, Scott Dawson went to suplex Big E through the ladder, but Big E missed the ladder, resulting in Dawson landing on top of it and ruining the spot. Number 2, the non-title title match. Apparently, Bray Wyatt doesn't just put wrestlers at unease with his bizarre character, but WWE referees as well. Before the Universal Champion Bray Wyatt squared off against The Miz in a non-title match, the referee began to hold the belt as if he was signaling it was a title match. The referee caught himself before he presented the belt to each side of the ring, but it was an egregious error and Bray Wyatt seemed to chuckle when he saw this. Then again, Bray Wyatt laughed through most of the match as The Miz beat him senseless. Number 3, the Viking Raiders versus the OC. This brawl for it all featured some intense power wrestling as Eric and Ivar defended their Raw Tag Team Championship in an open challenge answered by Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows of the OC. While all 4 superstars are remarkably agile for their size, Carl Anderson blew a leapfrog over Eric, landing on an invisible banana peel, but quickly got to his feet. Another blooper occurred when Ivar was whipped into the ropes by both members of the OC and performed what could have been a sweet-looking springboard elbow to both of his opponents, and instead Ivar hit the pesky banana peel and landed on his backside. Like any good performer, Ivar covered his mistake as much as possible, and the OC sold a move, allowing Ivar to tag out and hang his head in shame. Number 4, Alistair Black vs Buddy Murphy. Like many of the matches at TLC, Buddy Murphy and Alistair Black told a well-crafted story in the ring. Here, Buddy Murphy injured Black's jaw when he pulled a diabolical Dutchman off the mat apron, sending Black face first into the steel steps. It was at this moment when the real botch occurred, with Black breaking his nose as he failed to properly cover his face when he landed on the steps. Incredibly, the Dutch Destroyer continued wrestling for several minutes before polishing Murphy off. Number 5, Rusev vs Bobby Lashley. The Rusev vs Lashley table match was no 5-star classic for the ages, but it was a decent brawl to slow the tempo before the main event. The match's climax didn't go without fail as Lana jumped onto Rusev's back and clawed at his face. Rusev was able to free himself from Lana, but when Lashley took advantage of his respite, he was unable to spear Rusev through a table, forcing him to suplex Rusev through another table for the win. Also, when Lana was on Rusev's back, she exposed a little too much of herself. And lastly, the women's TLC match. Once again, the WWE's women's division proved they can do anything their male counterparts can, putting on a decent enough TLC match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. However, the match between the Kabuki Warriors and the team of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair didn't entirely go to plan. At 2 different moments, the Queen let out some not safe for pay-per-view expletives, leading to her being bleeped during the match. Another spot saw Charlotte pick up Kairi Sane for a powerbomb, only to have trouble lifting her up. Kairi Sane looked to try and give Flair time by chopping at her arms, but Sane's attacks looked like an epileptic bird was flapping its wings. It took some time, but Flair managed to put it through the table. Kairi Sane wasn't exempt from fouling things up either, as at one point during the match, Lynch and Flair were in the ring when Sane tried to stop them from climbing the ladder by throwing steel chairs at them. Unfortunately for Sane, the chair she threw bounced off the rope and clobbered her in the face. Also, there was a bit of concern for Kairi Sane, as during a spot when Flair launched Kairi Sane into the barricade, she obviously hit her head first. There was concern that Kairi Sane suffered a concussion during the match, But there was another spot when Lynch tried to get the monitors off the table, accidentally hitting her right in the face with one. There was also a really botched up spear as well, as Kairi Sane looked like dead weight going down. She managed to get a slap on the face for her troubles really. Hopefully she's doing okay. But there you have it guys, all the miscues and mishaps from 2019's TLC pay-per-view. Be sure to check out our analysis of the show, and be sure to leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.